not dead, I'm okay.
Where from?
No idea.
That was from the west wall near the barracks. South barracks.
I can hear all shots.
I'm so pinned, then I'm dead.
Got him, got one. Shooting at you, Chris.
Nice, get the other. We have no camo, still.
No camo, no camo.
A camo just walked past me, M249 camo.
Got him.
Holy shit! Fuck.
He's alive, he's crawling backwards.
Just leave it.
Player jumped out. With a heli,
copy.
northeast.
Fuck me, they're right there. I'm so dead. They're just sprinting out in the open. Got one.
Yeah, one's fell out.
I think I got
That's
the
a
pilot.
pilot, that
Body's
is a
just
pilot.
dropping. Fucking
That's a
hell.
pilot side.
Oh my god. Oh my
Fucking
god.
hell.
Oh, I'm getting shot at.
That's it. M24.
He's looking at me, He's missed. Kill him.
That's the three of them down. Oh fuck me, my heart is caning.
Hmm?
Holy shit, thank you so much, John. Fucking beast. Fucking hell.
Hey guys and girls, Ngotie here. This video you're about to watch is unlike anything I've done before in the past, so please bear with me. My vids are usually just me shooting people in the face, which I'm pretty good at. But what I'm not good at, what I feel I'm not good at, is talking and explaining why I do certain things in the game and what my experiences are. And I feel it's something that I really have to build on if I want my YouTube channel to grow. And let's be honest, there's no better place to start than the game I've been playing for over close to 18 months now, which is DayZ. So hopefully over the next 20 minutes or so I can explain what I have learned playing DayZ, the DayZ mod, and what we can take from that into the DayZ standalone game. But it'll probably just end up being ramblings of a madman. And if anyone's accustomed to my stream, you guys and girls know that I do like to have a good rant now and again. In this vid I'm not going to go over general tips and tricks for DayZ. By now most players know what to do, and there's a number of vids already like that on YouTube. This video will be more about what I've learnt playing the DayZ mod, and what we can take from the mod into the standalone game. There's no doubt that the standalone game will be way different from the mod. However, I do feel there's certain aspects of the mod that we can definitely take into the standalone. So what have we learnt playing DayZ? Well, one thing I have learnt is that map knowledge is really, really important. If I were to say what my biggest asset is, and what I'm best at in DayZ, is that I know Chernarus like the back of my hand. Since standalone will be based on Chernarus, with obvious tweaks and bits added on, what you know now will still work in standalone. I can't count the number of times where just knowing the lay of the land, where the nearest cover is, whether it be rocks or a deflated position, or the best way to flank my enemy, has saved me countless times. In a gunfight, the last thing you want to be doing is thinking of which way do I run, what's the best way I can get out of this horrible situation. It should be instinctive, it should be quick as a flash. Knowing the map is one less thing to deal with in a hairy situation. This nicely leads on to positioning. Positioning is pretty much everything in DayZ. The way DayZ works is that 90% of the time, if you spot the enemy first, you're going to come out on top. Knowing the map and knowing the spots that give you an advantage over your opponent is also really important. Whether it be the high ground, better cover, or the ability to easily flank. For example, approaching Starry from the north, using the east bush line, might give you a better chance of survival, or the ability to escape, using cover and concealment. And this goes for anything you're going to do, whether it be looting the northwest airfield, or looting the Starry, or any high yield place. Always have an escape route in mind. This brings us nicely to the weapons that I use in DayZ. Which weapons I want to see in standalone, which weapons that I want to see removed for certain reasons, and which ones maybe are OP. Overpowered. The way DayZ is at the moment, every other rifle that you pick up has got a red dot on it and an ACOG, and I know there are plans for DayZ standalone weapons that you have to find the red dot and you have to find the ACOG to attach it to the gun, and then so it's a lot harder to come by, which is good. First you have to understand that DayZ is not Call of Duty and Battlefield. It is not about weapon upgrades. It is about immersion, it's about the emotional experiences that you have playing the game. and that has to be the forefront of everything. Weapons with iron sights do that better than anything else. Iron sights force you to get up close and personal with your opponent, and it also adds a degree of difficulty that you obviously you don't get using an ACOG. When you're shooting someone from 400 meters away with an ACOG attached to an assault rifle, you don't get that. You know, you're a lot more removed from the firefight than you are if you're shooting at someone up close with, you know, an iron sight. It's a lot less personal. I honestly feel that when it comes to using iron sights, the firefights that I have whilst using them are a lot more memorable and exciting compared to when using ACOGs and red dots. There's just something engaging, really, I mean, I keep banging on about it, but very immersive about using iron sights. And there's a real challenge to using them. That said, some iron sights on some weapons are bloody appalling and unusable, but I think you know what I'm getting at. Iron sights are the way to go. What I'm saying is that scopes are overpowered, maybe. With the way Chernarus is, it's basically a sniper's wet dream. Wide open fields, great vantage points from almost every town, and cover all over the place. I'm not sure how they would fix snipers. As I said, I know they're planning on making scopes craftable, you find them separately from a rifle and you attach them later. But what I do have strong concerns about is auto snipers. For example, the DMR, everyone knows I hate this weapon with a passion. It's down to the fact that the gun is just sheer easy mode. And the ammunition and the gun is relatively easy to come by. For example, you can shoot the gun from the hip, like an assault rifle, which is just stupid. It's also a two-shot kill, just like an M24. However, there's very little recoil, and you can just fire rounds downrange like nobody's business. DayZ needs to be hard, and the DMR isn't hard to use. This leads me on to talking about what weapons are good in certain situations. Knowing every single weapon, I know it's a lot to ask, but it can save your ass in so many situations. For example, the AK is a lot better than the M4, and vice versa, the M4 is a lot better than the AK. If you see, for example, if you see a bandit with an AK and you've got an M4, you shouldn't be engaging him at close range because he will rip you apart. The way the AK is designed in DayZ is that it has the 7.62 round, which is very, very punchy, high chance to knock you out, does a lot of damage, but the recoil of the weapon is, it's pretty hard to use at long range. It's not as accurate as the M4. However, if you have an M4, you want to be getting into gunfights or engagements that are, between 100 and 200 meters. It's very accurate. You can get a lot of ammunition off in a short amount of time with very little recoil. So yeah, weapon knowledge is super important. Talk about sniper rifles. I mean, I know players that have been playing this game for over a year now, and they still don't know how to zero their weapon or how zeroing works. And how many times have might have that player been in a certain situation where if he knew how to zero his weapon, he would have come out on top and he would have been still alive. This, as I said before, this isn't your standard first-person shooting game. You don't die and then spawn and you're straight back in the action. Doing some homework on how the guns work and how zeroing works, and even have like a print off a guide and keep it in front of your keyboard, so whenever you might need it. When that situation comes along where you need to, zero your rifle or figure out how far how far away the enemy is and what to zero for and how to leave the target. Keep it in front of you. It's worth doing that 10 minutes of research and learning over doing spending the next 2 hours gearing up again. Zeroing, super important. Learn how to do it. And this brings me on to little quirks I have, or little niggles I have when I'm watching the players. Inventory setup. Looking after your inventory, keep it neat and tidy. Unlike my room. Time and time again I've looted players and watched other streamers, YouTubers, and their inventory is in such a mess. Items all over the place. And I sometimes think if they actually had food or morphine in their main inventory, they might have actually survived that firefight or onslaught from zombies. in the heat of the moment, you don't want to be fiddling around with an already clunky inventory system whilst trying to survive. You know, there's actually been times where I've looted players and they've had no bandages in their main inventory and had like 3 or 4 in their backpack. It's like, come on. For example, you want to be thinking inventory wise, keeping it clean and tidy. Have the stuff in the main inventory, so you want like painkillers, 1 stick of morphine. If you're playing in a squad, you want blood bag and ammunition and say a few steaks to top your HP up really quickly. If you're a solo player, you want morphine, painkillers, 2 magazines, because how many gunfights last more than 2 magazines, and the rest food, like steaks and stuff. So you can use those steaks to quickly top yourself up again if you get shot, or it's stuff like that. Inventory set up, keep it clean, tidy, good stuff. Another gripe that I have with the game, time and time again I'll play with players, I'll play with friends, and they'll spawn in, say, Prig or Ballotta, and what the first thing they do is they loot where they spawn, and then they will head to either Electro or Cherno. And you know by now, everyone knows by now that the main cities are a terrible place to go. Snipers, campers, douchebaggery all over the place. Many players don't understand that to head north, you don't need basic supplies. You can actually get to the northwest airfield, as long as you know where you're going, without having to eat or drink. You don't need basic supplies to go north. People that watch me stream will just see me, boom, straight off up north. I won't even loot the first place I'm in, because I know there's a good chance there's a douchebag with a sniper rifle camping. Forget the coast, go north. Also, being on full HP, all the time. I watch people running around with like 8,000 HP, and then they get shot and they die, and they're like, oh no, I died, I'm back on the coast again. Be on full HP all the time. Even if you're on 11,000 HP, eat all the food you have. Keep 1. If you've got like 5 tins of food and you're on 11,000 HP, eat 4 of them, keep 1. HP is, everything. Because you know how, dodgy zombies are. They come Mike Tyson you 1 second and you're being eaten by 2. And if you were on 12,000 HP, you would have survived. But no, you weren't. You were on 8k and you died. And you're back on the coast. So always be on full HP. This moves me on to talking about DayZ in general. DayZ is hands down one of the best games I've ever played, without a doubt. There's lots of reasons why I'm still, for example, how many games have you played where you're still playing the game 18 months later? The immersion, the experiences, the memories that I've had playing the game, the community is probably the best community I've ever had the experience of playing with. There's so many factors, I can't even count the reason why I'm still playing this great game. And if you look at games that come out nowadays, and they're flooded with glitter and sparkly bits to keep you playing, like achievements and in stats, and DayZ doesn't have stats, it doesn't have achievements. That, to me, that says everything about DayZ. DayZ is that good. It puts you through emotional roller coasters. It's so immersive. It's the memories. How many times have you come out of a Battlefield 4 game, Battlefield 3 game, where you've had a good round, say you've gone 30 kills, 5 deaths, and you thought that was fucking awesome, or you've had one firefight in DayZ and you'll remember it for years to come. I'll remember I can remember thousands of gunfights that I've had just because they're so, so emotional. You really do. I mean, there's been times where I've been playing DayZ and you actually forget you're actually playing the game. So, to me, you don't need achievements. You don't need, sparkly bits. You don't need glitter. Because if another person comes up to me and says I've got a 1.6k death ratio on Call of Duty, I'll slap them. If you care about your stats, you're doing something wrong. You're not actually playing the game. Another reason why I've had so many great memories is a lot down to a huge proportion is down to the people that I've had the luck of playing with. Playing in a squad in DayZ, I know he's not to everyone's liking. Some prefer the lone wolf style. Playing DayZ whilst in a squad makes it so much more fun. The moments you share, the ventures you have. For example, when you save a teammate with a blood bag whilst under a hail of bullets, or you shoot a bandit that's firing at your teammate, that's so much more memorable and gratifying. It reminds me of a few messages that I've had from a few subs that they used to lone wolf, but having met other players through my stream, they now play regularly together and enjoy the game so much more. Which again shows why I can't speak highly enough of our community. I really do encourage you to play with a group of friends if you haven't already. I think I'll leave it there for now. I'm not sure how this has gone. I'm sure you guys will leave plenty of comments and what I might need to improve on in the future. But I've enjoyed doing this movie. I really do think it's good for me to challenge myself every now and again. And as I said at the start, I think I need to build on these types of videos for the future. If I want to, grow my YouTube channel. So thanks for sticking through it if you did stick through it. I really do appreciate all the support you showed me over the last 18 months. I cannot wait for Standalone. I'm raring to go. I'm sure everyone else is, because even though the DayZ mods that are coming out regularly, Overwatch, Epoch, Aftermath, Day Zero, are all brilliant, but the game's becoming a bit stale. So if you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help me out. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, all that kind of good stuff. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time.